are back downtown. We haven't spent 24 hours in our apartment since like Tuesday last week, so about a week ago now, because we went to Nana and Granddad's, we went to Mantic on Wednesday, spent the night there, and then the following Thursday, or the day after Thursday, we spent the whole day with Nana and Granddad, with Owen and everything like that, and then we came back home Thursday night, and then probably around like 8 o'clock-ish, 7 o'clock-ish, and then 4 o'clock, Hallie got off work and went out to Riverside on Friday, and spent the weekend at her parents', came back home on Sunday for like 3-4 hours just to kind of get fresh clothes, take a minute, and then head back out to Riverside again for Sunday night, Monday, Tuesday morning. So it's Tuesday afternoon now. We just got home, I don't know, half hour ago. Basically what's going on, like the protest is still happening. And so we've just figured it's been best to kind of get out of the city. You never know. Tensions are starting to boil over a little bit, so we don't really know what's going to happen. They actually, I don't know, again, we can't confirm. We don't know if it was a truck convoy or if it was just arsonists, but not this building here, but the building on the other side, so 2 buildings over. On Saturday night, 2 guys went in there with fire starters, taped the door shut, and tried to light the building on fire. So things are just a little bit wild downtown right now, and the weekends more people kind of flood into the city, into the downtown area, so we've just figured it's been best to get out of the city on the weekends. Honestly, just taking it day by day. Really, we decided to come home today. Our tentative plan at the moment is to stay home Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then head back out to Riverside to Hallie's parents on Friday after she's done work at 5. And that's our plan. I got a podcast tomorrow. I got a podcast Friday morning. So if I can do those here, I booked the theater room so I can record those. There hasn't been honking because we got home. They put an injunction in yesterday or something where they can't honk for the next 10 days. So maybe I'll record the podcast out here actually now with that in place. But so I got podcasts Wednesday, Friday. And it's just, honestly, like, truthfully, it's been hard. I think there was definitely an emotional toll with putting Owen down last week, and I didn't get a chance to really bounce back from that. It was because like Owen was really my first pet. So I took it pretty hard. And then it was literally the following day we went out to Hallie's, and so appreciative of her family for just taking us and taking our pets in. It's crazy. They have 2 cats, 2 dogs, and we have a dog and 2 cats. There's currently 4 cats and 3 dogs running around. Because they've just taken us in. So huge, super appreciative of them. But and I want to say that because I'm going to say it's also just hard. I think it's hard for everyone. It's just hard to not have a space, out of routine, and I haven't been able to kind of just like take some time to just emotionally recover from the Owen situation. And so I'm just a little drained at the moment. I know Hallie's drained at the moment. So that's why we're coming back downtown. Hopefully just have a little bit of a reset here. I actually later today, which is kind of why I wanted to do this vlog today, was the fact that one ISO spa, which is like those floating deprivation tanks or whatever, just on Bank Street, so about 10 minutes from here, posted yesterday that for anyone living in Centertown, they're doing free floats for today and tomorrow. So I called them this morning and I got in. So I got a deprivation tank today at 6:30. So I'll bring you not along for that, but I'll talk about my experience. But yeah, anyways, I got to tidy up in here. This room's a bit of a mess because we haven't really been home a ton. Out there's even messier. And I got a call catching up with JT Barnett here in about 4 minutes. So I'm going to tidy up quickly here, jump on that call with JT. And then I got another call later this afternoon with James, also known as Uplifting. And then I'm so behind on podcast stuff. It's not even funny. I record on the weekend, and because I can't edit when we're at Hallie's parents either. That's another thing, because I don't have a laptop. And I'm not going to put Hallie's laptops through that. She has her old one that I'm using, because normally I edit on my Mac. So I don't have a laptop right now, which makes everything even more challenging. So I'm behind on podcast stuff. So I just got a million and one things to do. So I'm going to dive into that, get tidied up here before my call with JT, and then, go from there.
What up, bro?
Not much, man. You?
A lot.
I couldn't tell you why Santa's here in February, but Santa's a part of the convoy. Had a great call with JT. It was good to catch up. I'm trying to think when I had him on the show. It was probably over a year ago now at this point. But no, I just took Hallie. I walked with her to the bus stop the train station, I'd say, on her way to work. And now, let me just look at my to-do list here before the end of the day. I have another call with Uplifting at 4:30. And then, let's see what else I got here. I have to finish outlining kind of a rough plan for some potential giveaways we're going to do for work. And those are the big three things, some email stuff I gotta do for the end of the day. But anyways, I'm gonna dive into that and jump onto my call with James. And then from there, I'll probably head out to the deprivation. I still have about an hour or so before that. But before that, I go to the deprivation tank, or whatever it's called. Is that what it's the float tank? Either way. So I got that at 6:30. Anyways, all right, I'm diving into work now.
You feel like that's where the value starts to build. And maybe I just don't want to build the value that way.
All right, I am officially on my way to do this float tank thing. I'm a little late, like 10 minutes late, which I mean typical, but I'm on my way now. It's just down Bank Street, so I got to make my way there. But no, I'm a little late because I just booked a podcast, and now I have 2 podcasts next week. One on Monday at 2, which I probably should have blocked off my calendar if we're not going to be home. But either way, a podcast Monday at 2 o'clock. With actually the overly attached girlfriend meme. So that's who the podcast is with. So like my standard questions might not necessarily apply because she's kind of like off social media. So I have to do like a prep from scratch, which adds extra time. Then I have another podcast on Wednesday. I haven't prepped for either of them. I haven't finished prepping for my podcast on Friday. And then by the time Friday's done, I'll have 3 podcasts to edit because I had one on Saturday, one on Sunday. So there's a little bit stressful, a little overwhelmed with everything going on with the podcast. So I was trying to figure that out, which is why I'm late now. But either way, this tech will probably help with that stress. So I'm on my way there now, and I'll let you know how it goes. One other thing here too, so I booked the appointment today on the phone, and I asked the guy, so I bring a bathing suit or anything? And he was like, no, most people just do it naked. And I was like, oh, rad. So I brought a bathing suit anyways, just to be safe. I thought I'd cut through this parking lot. Either way, so that's going to be interesting, but that'll be a game time decision when I get there. We're gonna cut through this way. No, I can't. Damn it. Anyways, I'm halfway there. I'm a fast walker, so the leaving late wasn't too bad. But yeah, I'm very intrigued by this whole thing. Just wrapped up getting my float, but now I'm on my way home. I'm gonna try and quickly make some food before I go meet Hallie after work. The float was cool. It was really cool. I'll give you a full breakdown when I get home. Let's talk about my float tank experience. I think it was really cool. I would do it again. I think it would be better the second time. So for the first like 10 minutes, I didn't have earplugs in or anything. And so I never worn earplugs. So I was like, I don't need earplugs. But your head kind of sinks into the water. And so my ears were getting full of water. And I was like, is it gonna be bad if my ears just sit here with water in them for like 45 minutes to an hour? And so I was like stressed about that. And I was trying to find ways to keep my head out of the water. And there's like there's a pool noodle. So I had my head in the pool noodle, but then I was like, I don't know if I like this pool noodle. So I finally was like, hey, fuck it, let me just grab earplugs. So I put the earplugs in, and that was pretty solid. And then, but I was still using the noodle, and I was like, what if I got rid of the noodle? Will that be better? So I got rid of the pool noodle, and it's just like literally like I can't use my hand. But anyway, it's not very long. And so I got rid of the pool noodle, but then when it like dripped, and I got salt in my eye. And that's the water, which is salt water, in my eye. And that was just a nightmare. So I couldn't figure out how to so they have like a spray bottle. So spraying the bottle in my eyes of like the non-salt water to get the salt water out. But then like I had water all over my face now because I kept the spray. It was like getting up here and was dripping down, but it was mixing in with the salt water and then dripping down into my eye. So for the first 10 minutes, I was dealing with the ear situation, and the next 10 minutes was just battling the salt water. So eventually I was like, screw it, and I opened the lid. Actually, I opened the lid to get earplugs too, but then I opened the lid to get my earplugs, but I opened it again to like dry my face off. And once I did that, we were chilling. It was a lot better after that. But that's just stuff of me like not doing it for the first time. And so I think moving forward, like if I do, like I said, if I were to do it again, it would have been awesome. It will be awesome. I think I will do it again at some point. The other thing is like, it's really cool. Like there's times where like I would focus on like a part of my body and it's like, I'm not holding it up, but it's up, but it's not touching anything. And the water's at body temperature. And so I didn't get like, I probably didn't go as deep as I wanted to. And maybe that also could be with expectations and hoping I was going to go deep with it or just have like a meaningful experience. But once I had settled in there, time went by really fast. It went by really quick. But also like the slightest movements, I would like float. So I was kind of just like ponging around this thing the whole time. But those moments where it's like where I stop moving, I just let things go. And also my neck's been sore just from sleeping not in our bed. And so that probably didn't help, like having my neck hang, like my neck's sore right now from that. But it was really like those moments where everything just kind of like drifts off and your eyes are closed, but even if your eyes are open, you can't see anything because it's so dark and you're just float. It's really cool. It's really cool. And like I said, I think if I were to do it again, it would be better. I'd get like I'd get longer kind of in that Zen state. And so I definitely like to do it again at some point. So yeah, that's my review. That's my honest opinion. I think I was in my own head for the first while because I'm panicking with my ears. And I know I'm wasting time because my hair is just everywhere. But I know I'm wasting time because I'm on a timer. So it's like I want to get into the deep zone as fast as I can. But some of it is my head. But like I said, those moments where everything kind of just faded and you're just there, and it was really cool. I would recommend it. I think it's like $70 an hour if you were to pay for it. Again, this was free. Like I didn't have to pay for this. But maybe worth it. Maybe I'll buy, like they have 3-packs too. So maybe I'll buy a 3-pack, which is like $160 and take Hallie because Hallie wanted to go today, but she had to work. Speaking of Hallie, I actually have to go pick her up now. So I'm going to go do that and stop talking to you. Maybe I'll set up my gear for TikTok because I have to get TikToks recorded today because I just haven't been able to not being home. So I'm going to set up my TikTok gear and then go get Hallie.